Today in this 2014 Nissan Murano, we'll be having a look at and showing you how to install the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with a 4-pole flat trailer connector, part number 55571. Here's what our wiring looks like installed. As you can see, this wiring is designed to be stored inside our vehicle when it's not in use, since it's draped over our bumper here. We have plenty of length to get right next to the receiver on our hitch. Now the reason you're going to want some 4-pole flat wiring for your Murano is if you're planning on towing a trailer, you need to have the required lighting functions by law, and this is going to give that to you. The white wire here will provide the necessary ground connection between our Murano and our trailer. The brown wire will provide our tail light and running light signal, and on that circuit we'll have a total power output of 6 amps. So it's more than sufficient to tow a small trailer with several incandescent light bulbs or as many LEDs as we want, since they do draw less power. The yellow wire here is our left turn signal and left brake light, and the green wire is our right turn signal and right brake light. On each one of those circuits, we'll have a total power output of 3 amps. We'll probably want to limit ourselves to about 3 or 4 incandescent light bulbs with that, or as many LED lights as we want. We do have a nice dust cover to help protect it, which is nice. But the greatest feature about this whole wiring harness is that when it's not in use, we can simply store it inside the vehicle. We'll do that by opening our hatch. You'll notice when we had it draped out, we had it resting to the side of our latch for the hatch so it wouldn't get damaged. It just goes over our weather stripping seal here. We'll lift up on our spare tire cover, and we can store it inside our compartment where it's out of the way and not going to interfere with any of our cargo. Not going to get snagged when we're loading anything in and out of our hatch. Now, compared to other wiring harnesses out there for your Murano, this is quite easy to install. This simply plugs and plays with your existing connectors inside the vehicle. There is no cutting or splicing involved at all, so you don't have to worry about voiding any of your factory warranty. Now that we've gone over some features, we'll show you how to get it installed. To begin our install, we're going to open our rear hatch. We can now fold down our back seats. And if we have a cargo mat, we'll remove it. Now we'll lift up on our spare tire cover, and we'll hook it out of the way. Now we'll remove our side covers. On our threshold here, we'll have 3 plastic push pin fasteners like this one. The way these work, the center section will pop out with either a flathead screwdriver or a trim panel tool like this. And then you can pull out and get the entire fastener out. So we have one in the center and then one in each side. Now we can lift up on our threshold and remove it from the vehicle. Now we can take our jack out of our compartment, as well as our tire iron and our tow hook. Underneath our jack and spare tire tools, we'll find 2 10mm screws like this one to remove. And we found that there is another fastener right here that holds our compartment in place. In order to get to it, we're going to have to flip this area forward. So we'll open up our cargo tie-down point, open the cover, and we'll find a 10mm screw underneath that cover. We'll remove the screw, remove out the hook, and we'll do the same on the other side of this panel. With that done, we can pull up on this panel now and remove it. So the fastener we have is not actually a screw, it's just a plastic clip fastener that's on the bottom of this panel. So we'll use our trim panel tool to pry it loose from it. Lift up, and we'll get the panel out of the vehicle. Now we'll repeat the same process to get the compartment out on our driver's side. Now we're looking at the taillight area on our driver's side. On the carpet panel, we have a cargo hook and a cargo net tie-down point. We need to remove both of these. The cargo hooks work the same way as they did before. The way our cargo net tie down point works is you can just get behind it with a trim panel tool and pop it out. It just clips into place. We'll do the same on the other side. Now we'll peel back on our carpet a little bit. We'll find the clip that holds our carpet in place. Let's use our trim panel tool to pop it loose. We have another one higher up. Now we can peel this back and have access to all of our wiring connectors. Okay, this white connector here that's taped to this wiring harness, we're going to remove the tape from it. This is right behind the spare tire on our driver's side. This is what's going to supply power to our tow wiring harness. So we'll take our fuse holder in with this connector. We'll line up the terminals and plug it in. Now we have this wire here, this white wire of the ring terminal. This is our ground wire. This needs to be attached to our vehicle sheet metal in order to provide our tow package with ground. So instead of drilling a hole in our vehicle, I'm going to remove one of these 10mm bolts right here. Place the bolt through our ring terminal and reinstall the bolt. This will provide us with a great ground connection with no additional holes in our vehicle. Right behind our carpet on the driver's side, we have this connector that's taped up with some foam tape. This white tab right here, we can press down on that and pull to separate the connector. Now we'll take our T connector here that has the red, yellow, and brown wire on it, and we'll plug that into the tail light connector that we just disconnected. It only goes in one way, so just line it up and connect it in between. Then we'll come on over to our passenger side, find our connector that goes to the tail light there, press it on the same white tab, and pull to separate. Now we'll take our T connector with the green wire, route it behind our spare tire, behind our threshold area, go behind the carpet, and make our connection. Now we'll open the cover on our fuse holder and install our provided fuse. We'll close the cover up. Now we're under the hood. We'll open the fuse box next to the battery. Just press it on these tabs here and lift up. Now this unused connector right here, this is for our trailer tow package connector that we put our power wire in the back. We'll install the provided 10-amp fuse. We'll put our fuse cover back and we'll close our hood. Now we need to find a place to mount our module. We're going to stick ours right in this general area here, and we'll secure it by using the double-sided tape on the back of it. We'll peel off one side, press firmly against the back of it, peel off the other side, and we'll press it firmly against the vehicle. Now before we put everything back together, it's a great idea to test everything out to make sure it's working properly. We're using part number I26, it's a 4-pole flat trailer tester on our website, to test out our wiring. Turn our headlights on, and as you can see, our tail light and running light function's working. Now we'll do a left turn signal. That's working too. Now we'll do a right turn signal. That's working as well. Step on our brakes. Our brake lights are working. And with our foot on the brake pedal, we'll run through our turn signals again to make sure they cycle properly. Perfect. Everything's working just like it's supposed to. All right, if everything's working, we'll just put everything back together. And that'll complete our look at and showing you how to install the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with a 4-pole flat trailer connector. Part number 55571 on this 2014 Nissan Murano.